thoughts on whether South Africa are the force that we expected them to be?
Well, again, I'm just going to say job done, just because playing your games in New York, it was difficult to get, I thought, any confidence batting wise, and they just they got through basically how the conditions were, which were unpredictable, and you're right, they just did enough. The power players got taken out of play to some degree. Clarkson played one innings of substance, which was good, but they will need, again, a little bit more from their top order, and it's a little bit symptomatic of every side that played in New York that it came down to just scraping as many runs as you could. So that subtlety of the track can never be underestimated, because it's hitting different parts of the bat all the time, and you're not feeling in. You're just trying to gauge how aggressive can I be, or is it just me? Am I out of form? I think they'll be relieved to get on potentially better tracks, and then again it'll be a case of looking at all the sum of all parts that they've got. I like their balance. I think they've got an excellent team, and they've got good power throughout their batting. They've got some smart players at the top, and if they get a bit of confidence through that order, then they've got the bowling to certainly back that up.
As far as their best bowling side goes, you'd ideally love to see Shamsi and Maharaj, if spin is going to play a big part in the Caribbean, together. Nokia and Bartman seem their best seamers. Janssen provides all-round abilities. Is it possible to fit Shamsi and Maharaj in, even if it's at the expense of Rabada?
Yes. Yep. And that's, you just again got to go back to your assessment and say, look, we have enough firepower. If it's asking for spin, and spin is your best way of getting wickets, then play your spinners. You've got Markram in there as well. Just absolutely absorb yourself into the conditions in front, and don't be too bound by a traditional way of thinking. If this is the way you think it's going to play, and this is our best way of getting a restricted score or to bowl a team out, then to just find a way. And they'll be looking a lot at what's happened in the previous games. There haven't been many or a huge sample to go by, but even the small idea of how a ground's going to play, which way the wind's going to bowl, St. Lucia, the wind going one way, and how you can then put your bowlers into play, your spinners into play, or your quicks into play. So that aspect of the tournament is going to be running really interesting to watch over the next couple of weeks, because the players that are left out are just as interesting as the players they play, because that could be the difference between getting the tactics right or wrong. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be some head scratching, trust me, from the think tanks before some of the games coming up.
Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.
वॉचो ऐप पे देखो एक OTT के दाम पे सारे OTT शान से।
Watch